So, congratulations. You're the first woman in the art studio.
Probably the last hour today.
Not at all. Let's get a few more females to come in for their female perspective.
Just try to get the other.
She's like, turn off the phone, lock the door.
I'm just going to block him for a month.
Yeah.
Till the new year.
Unless she had some drinks in her, maybe.
That's what you should do. You should definitely come over that, offer a drink. She'd be
Drink under the table.
You'd have to delete it. You wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to put that up. We get very weird, like after a few drinks and stuff. We start talking about.
I know. Sure, we did a Halloween thing there, and there was drinks, and it went on for 3 hours. I'd say, and
You probably even forgot that thing was there.
it was edited right down to nothing nearly. Poor Tom Henry was there, and he wasn't drinking or nothing. I was like, oh Christ, this is Dion. Oh, this can be. No, delete.
No, we're heading out now tonight. The Christmas party Pitching Puts on. You know, the ladies, they meet up
Oh, the
every
Pitching
year.
Put.
Yeah, they meet up every year, and we haven't gone to Atten with them in a while, so they were like, "Oh, we'll go." Me and Elish.
I'm really good at
with
that.
her, so we're going. Mam's going to go as well.
Is that on the clubhouse?
No, the clubhouse is gone now. The whole lot's taken away.
Really?
Yeah, me and Gary actually inquired about taking over.
Yeah.
With Dave. They never really got back to us properly. Like they were just like, "Oh, insurance and blah blah blah." So we kind of left it because Dave was like, "If they're this difficult to deal with now,
Yeah.
what will they be like
That's
if we
sad.
actually get in there?" Yeah. So I don't know. There's loads of rumours, like, but there's no one actually nothing set in stone what they're doing with the clubhouse. But there's no movement on it. But you couldn't have that in there now. Like if we wanted to go there now tonight, there's no bar. There's no. I don't even think there's heating.
Oh, for fuck's
It's
sake!
run down now to shit. Like it's
Why
bad.
did that happen?
Just over the years, like even before when like the last woman had it, it was kind of only open a couple of days and
Yeah.
it wasn't great even then. Do you know what I mean? But it could be something brilliant. Like
Oh, it's great
they
potential.
just they didn't put the time in. Like you know what I mean? And we were willing to. Dave was willing to do all the work that needed to be done. Once we got the fire safety crowd to come out and give it a once over and give us the list, then Dave would know what would it be worth doing it or whatever. But that went.
And did you
Picked
just
up.
didn't get back to you?
No, and I said like I'm in this club since I'm 13.
Fuck's
So,
sake, Jay, get your shit together.
So yeah, I'm meeting all them women out tonight. So that'll be more like a catch up, and when they like it's nice because when they start talking about certain things that are on in the year or whatever, you automatically know what's going on in the conversation.
Yeah.
Whereas when I'm out like that now with other people, like I don't really bring it up because what's the point? Like you're sitting there talking and they're just like bored, and I'm like, yeah, we talk about something.
there.
Yeah, it's just. Because I'm the same. I'm the worst attention span in the world. If you're someone to talk to me and it's something I have absolutely no interest in, not even a little bit, I'm just. And then they finish talking and be like, do you know what I mean? And I'm like,
Huh?
I don't actually. So I have to get better at that too. But I do. I go like that. So that's why I don't do it because I'm very bad.
I have no interest in what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm just.
Please. Sorry.
Or I cut off without realising I'm doing it because I stopped listening.
Trust me, it's so seldom that I get out. I'm not having it. I'm not having anyone annoy me or bore me. It's like, listen, I'm like Cinderella today. I've got to 12.
I know.
Start talking about fun shit or fuck off. Could be having that shit, like.
I try to remind myself now to not go to like we're out with pensioners as well, like you know what I mean, like the older women in the club. And I went into Beachfield last week or the week before when the night Dion's karaoke was on the final for that, whatever weekend that was a few weeks ago. And we did the Beachfield a few days after. Now I had a few drinks, like I was early on, and I was mortified because I looked at my camera roll the next day. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, because one of the girls had asked me she couldn't go, could you take a video and let me see what they're like. Sure, obviously I took the video, like for sure. I nearly forgot myself as a speaker. I was like, Jesus, they're fucking useless. Do you know what I kind of? You could hear me, Marianne, they all in the background. They're like, fuck lads, they're awful and everything. So I sent her the video, thinking like she'd only heard the ruffle of the pub, like the noise, and she takes back, oh yeah, the commentary of TJ's and all. I was like, what? So the following day, I actually listened to it. I was like, oh my god, we sound awful. And Dion then was like, oh Sarah was mortified. So then I sat down next to Dad. He said, what's wrong with you? I said, I don't know what's worse. He goes, what? It was that I ended up getting a hangover from that, or that I embarrassed Dion. I said, I actually don't know what's worse.
Neither.
Just
It's
laughing.
a good night out.
Because
I
he's
would say.
18 years of age and I've embarrassed him. I said, fuck's sake.
But I've seen the video. I've seen clips of the video. You're 100% right.
They were awful. Like,
Atrocious.
don't put that part in.
I put it all in. From here on in, everything's staying.
Because I know, like, it's only our local pub and whatever. But there was some there now, like
Someone has to be
wouldn't know
Simon
at all.
Cowell.
But there's some there I wouldn't know at all. Like I wouldn't just be saying, oh, I don't like them because I know them and don't like them. There's some I had never even seen in my life.
Yeah.
And there was one in particular. We were in the bathroom and she's kind of all like, getting ready and all this, and really kind of psyching herself up, and I was like, fuck it, she must be good, like, you know, to myself. I was like, gee, I can't wait to hear this one, because I hadn't heard anyone really live except for Dion.
Yeah.
And then that was it. So I was like, oh, she must be good or whatever. Oh my god.
Like cats.
Like, I probably would have done better, and I can't sing at all. And I was just thinking, like, I don't know what feels worse, the fact that she is that bad or that she thinks that she's that good. Do you know that kind of way? And no one has said it. I don't know it's only a local thing or whatever, but she genuinely thought she was Whitney Houston, like, getting up there, like.
Well, there's an awful lot goes into it. I mean, you gotta know your voice, what you can and cannot do, and you gotta find something that you fit into comfortably, where if you really want to go for it, it's not going to be bad. But some people are just deluded, you know what I mean? They're picking things that they should have no business even listening to them, no mind trying to sing them. So it's like, fuck it, it's funny.
No, I watched the videos back, and the crowd at work next door to where I work in a restaurant, I usually go in there for my coffee, like, but I haven't gone in there since that day for my coffee, because they were next to me. I was like,
very seriously though, don't they?
Oh, they do?
I mean, it's like, this is my life.
Yeah, they do.
Get the fuck out of here.
We met a crowd from, where did she say? I think she said she was from Blackpool or something. And they travel around for karaoke, like.
Is it like a circuit for it or something?
I have no idea, because she said we travel everywhere to, I don't know whether they took part, I didn't see them, whether they took part or was it just that they travel around to watch karaoke live or whatever. But she was giving out because she said, I was asking Kevin, like, can you change the night, like it's Sunday night, you know, some people do work and we can't be all going to the Sunday night chaos. So she's like, can you make it a different night? So she was delighted because the final was a Friday night, she was able to come down and she was very nice, but they actually travel around, like, for karaoke, like.
I suppose whatever it does for you, you know what I mean?
I was like, you know, it's grand now, like.
COVID has fucked up a lot of mental health. Jesus.
I know, it's so savage damage, like. I don't know.
I know, I'm not really, you're right, I mean, if you're going to the pub, you don't need to be hearing that.
No.
If it's...
Like, I was expecting, like, there was a few that were okay, like, you know, they were grand, whatever, and maybe it's because I was half cut now as well, but no, it just wasn't doing it for me, like. I had a great laugh now, because you got me laughing, like.
Well, there is that element to it, like, you know, it's like comedy hour.
Yeah, that's what it was almost like.
But
And then man was saying I might go down, you know, the way her ears are, and
yeah.
you know, can't have that too loud, and I was like, man, don't, because we got there before anyone had even started singing, and we were sitting right by the speaker. She'd blow the head off you, like, it's the loudest pub in the town, like, it's like a little hallway that echoes up and down to you.
They turn it up.
Yeah, so she can't wait enough tonight. She'd rollers on her hair now to go and meet all the ladies. And I was like, oh my god, that's going to be me.
Where did you say you're going?
Down to, where they booked the Keys? The Abbey, like.
Alright.
They booked 21 of them are going.
To the Abbey.
To the Abbey for dinner. They do food
They do dinner there now?
They do food now, yeah.
Really?
I haven't ever had it, like. It's supposed to be really good.
I haven't been in for mine forever.
It's supposed to be good, and they do like a Christmas menu and all that.
Oh, really?
So you get your starter, main, whatever.
Who's actually running that now?
The Abbey. It's always like, every time I hear of someone who has it, it seems to be someone different. It's like it's always changing hands or something, I don't know. And then you always hear like, oh, they're thinking of opening up down here. You know, remember the old club?
Yeah.
The huge space now. I don't mean the little...
The nightclub.
Dip part. Yeah, but it was was it downstairs or the upstairs?
Are they shut now?
That's all closed. Like, not upstairs in that little room. I don't know, is that still going like it was recently? But the other one I'm talking about, the ballroom, the massive one. There were people saying before, oh, they're opening that. And I was like, sure, how are they going to fill it? Like, it's huge. As it is, like, people don't really go to the club anymore. It's the late bar.
Yeah, but to be fair, there's not much incentive to go there. There's nothing there.
Should have about opening the clubs now till 6. No, I swear they are.
In the morning?
Yeah, and the night me and Abby came out here, we got the taxi, do you remember?
Yeah.
And I asked him, I was like, you know, you look forward to 6 o'clock. He said, they can fuck off. I'm not getting out of bed for no one at 6 o'clock in the morning. People won't be doing it, like.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean people will stay out till 6.
Surprised, like.
I'm sure there was a few dudes
Yeah.
that were like,
Right.
I'd say we could do it.
For sure they're going to be getting
6 to 6.
Yeah, you'd be
Go,
surprised. No, I couldn't. Like, we're going out early tonight, so they're all meeting bloody at 7:15. Like, that's very early for me now, like. So I'm hoping that I'll still be sending at 12, like. I'm just hoping, like, and I'm praying. I'm like, take it easy now and get 12 o'clock and hopefully get a cab home.
I think the next outing I have is with Graham, Greg and Dad and Dave. After
Stevens
Christmas.
is dead.
The day after Stevens is dead, I think.
Is Greg going?
I think so. I don't know.
I said to him, he'd never meet up with the boys again ever since Dave couldn't cope. I said, did he ever get over it?
Greg has everything. What's the word for that?
hypochondriac.
Yeah, that's Greg. That's
He get
huge.
him and Mam.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're unreal. Or they have you pure freaked out. Like I ring Mam and say, I don't know, I have pain or whatever, and she's like, oh, we want to get that checked.
Sure, he googles every fucking thing. That's the last thing you should be doing is googling your symptoms.
I know I'm guilty of that now, and I'd be freaking out then.
I just fucking. There was one morning last week where I had to negotiate with myself, and I got up. I was like, after the first coffee, usually I'm some bit respectable. I was like, I'm going back to bed. I was just fucked. I was wiped. When the kids bring a bug in from school, it just affects you
Takes
way
the whole
more or
lot
something.
out. Yeah.
Because
It
it
does.
happened last week, but it was like I soldiered on Thursday. I was like, Friday, same. Delighted when Saturday came, and I was even more so when it was lashing rain Saturday because I was meant to do what I did today last Saturday, but it was too wet and wild. So then Monday I was thinking, because I had a lazy day Sunday just to try to get over it.
Yeah.
But I struggled on Monday, I struggled on Tuesday, and Wednesday I was like, fuck this. I'm going nowhere. Just stayed at home. And
But
fucked
Jacob
around.
gets a lot, like he does, he gets a lot of crap from school, like it's either flu or bug.
It's
or
great for them because they'll be bulletproof by the time they're teenagers. But for us,
she's never sick. Touch wood. I mean, no, like, and I think it's because of Mam, because like she just lets her play in the muck, eat the muck, do whatever you want.
absolutely, you guys
There's
have that everything.
Yeah,
Like.
there's no like, let me wash your hands. Like, there's none of that. Like, unless you're leaving
She
the
brings
house.
the dogs in
do
at
what you
night
want.
time and everything.
Yeah,
And they're
so-
filthy fuckers, like, you know what I mean?
Sure, the same over. I can't be. My one's in round the clock all the time. Like I should be licking her in the face and.
But it's this time of year as well, you know, you get all those snotty noses and sore throats and all that, but then, fuck it, you turn on any radio station or TV station and it's like, get this, that and the other, like, get
It's the same
fuck.
at work. I swear to God. Like I have a mask at work.
When
for
do
the
people
dust.
get so fucking pussy, like?
No, but they're kind of like, I noticed with a lot of them, they're coming out of it now again, like where they forgot themselves nearly. You know, they're like, oh yeah, they don't think of masks and they don't even, like, COVID's not even a conversation. We don't have the radio.
That's
at
because the
work.
reality of COVID is coming out every day.
Yeah, so we don't have a radio
got
at work.
canned.
She plays, the girl that owns where I am, she plays just music. She doesn't have any
Yeah,
radio,
yeah.
and it's just music. So there's never any mention of COVID or nothing. And then the second I take out my mask, because it is a fucking heavy duty kind of one, but it's not for COVID, it's for the dust
Yeah, of course,
the nails.
yeah.
So I'm chatting away to them, and then we're getting everything ready and setting up what they want and all that. And then I take out the mask and they're like,
Traumatized.
should I have? And then I can see the panic on most, and they're like, should I put a mask on?
What the fuck?
Like, almost thinking I'm freaking out. And I'm like, I just spoke to you for the last 10 minutes with no mask. I'm only putting it on because and I have to explain it
It's
every
sad
time
you
to
have
someone
to,
new.
like-
Because they're like freaking out.
I don't think we'll fucking. There's years of damage coming our way yet. From those past 2 years.
Yeah. Like, I don't meet as many people freaked by it as what I used.
Why are all the smart people so fucking stupid?
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Stupid fucks. Or corrupt. It's one or
Well,
the
I'm
other.
just listening to the doctors and I'm like, alright, you work away.
Doctors. I haven't been to a doctor in 10 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Every time I was going there for whatever reason, while you're halfway through explaining why you're there, they're fucking thinking of what prescription. And I'm like, can we just talk about this now so I can, maybe it's my diet or maybe it's this. And straight away they want to give you drugs. I'm like, you're
But sure, even
fired.
when it came out, like in the restaurants where you had to, first of all, it was in the pubs, you had to eat 10 euro worth of food so that you didn't catch COVID, right? And then in the restaurants, whether the staff was vaccinated or not, excuse me, I had to ask anyone coming in, are you vaccinated? Have you got a cert? So that they could sit down and have their food. And I was like, I'm not doing that, I'm not
That's
vaccinated. How am I supposed to
stupid,
ask
like,
somebody,
Yeah.
are you vaccinated? No, you can't sit down. And I'm
A
unvaccinated.
lot of
serving,
people
you know?
fucking seem to, like, say, this is my moment. Do you know what I mean?
And it's
With
like-
the rules and shit. And I'm like, smack them silly. Fucking nonsense.
It's the same with the schools. So like, it's like
2 weeks
20
in,
year olds
everyone knew
sending
this
them
is
home.
bullshit. Surely be the fuck.
Yeah, I was waiting for something like, I was shitting it at the very, very start, like day one there, you know, when it first announced and all, I was like, nice one, mojitos out in the garden, and like, you know, really took the piss out of that. But I said it to Abby, do you remember, like, I was sneaking her into my house. How, when I actually think back on that, I was like, how messed up is that? She's like, oh yeah, I was afraid my neighbours would report me, so I had her park her car in a certain place,
Oh, that's
walk
fucked
up, and we'd sit out the front for a while until we caught nobody was watching, and then we'd sneak out the back. Come off it. Like, we actually did do that. Like, and I was there, never again would I.
I think I
do
had
that.
2 weeks off because the van blew up on me. And while I was waiting on that to get sorted, I was just researching like a mad cunt. Because I was just so fucking, I was raging like,
Gary was the same.
who the
like, he
fuck
wasn't
do you think
buying
you're
it
telling
all.
me what to do? Fuck you. Yeah, fuck, I can think for myself, thank you very much.
See, I'm useless like that. I won't. go down the rabbit holes like Gary would now, and then he'd come back up and fill
It's
me in
not
on
a rabbit
everything.
hole to just go to like. You're not going to a rumour factory. You're going to find out who's in authority on X, Y, and Z, and you go find out.
Yeah, but he'd be
authority.
the one that'd go to do that because I go do that then, and I go down the wrong way, and I would
Well,
just
we'll
freak
all go
myself
down the
out. You
wrong
know
way,
what I
but
mean?
You'll
But
eventually
he'd
get
come back
there.
then and tell me, he'd be like, right, listen to this. Oh shit!
Yeah, but look, fuck it. It's like forever and a day. They're always trying to fucking encroach on your fucking rights and shit. It's always been there. It'll always be there. It's just unfortunately when you see people just say okay, it's upsetting. Like
It's a bit of a shit show now. Like if it's not one thing, it's another. It's like you get over COVID and then you've another bomb dropped.
even the radios. I mean, I don't think the radios realise that they're dead or that they're on the way to being dead. The amount of money that they're giving listeners now just to listen.
Yeah.
And then they're full, just repeat bullshit. Very little music. It's all like, you know.
I never have the
government
radio in
and-
my car ever. My phone is connected the second I get in. It's on Bluetooth, and it's just
I just
YouTube or
have
whatever my
fucking
music.
silence and it's golden.
No, I can't. I can't. Even when we go on like long drives anywhere, I say Gary's dreading it because as soon as the radio's on, my car won't connect, or my phone won't connect to his car. So as soon as the radio comes on, I'm like, no, next one. I put on a channel that's playing music, and then as soon as
Would
they
you
start
just not
talking, I go next
Plug
one.
in your phone and just play.
It doesn't. It does on my phone, but it doesn't on his. He has to get the Bluetooth fixed on it. Like so, anytime we go anywhere,
I
I'm
bust
around
that
the
in
car.
my van. It's
It's
so
just
like,
I know it's weird because he got the new Jeep and it's not. I don't know. Bluetooth isn't compatible. It can with the phone as in to speak to somebody
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
phone, but not for media. So he's
Yeah.
got to get that done now.
well, mine. I don't know. Mine took a shit, so I killed the radio and then I started with CDs, but then it just got annoying. So I said, fuck it, because you can only listen to so much fucking CDs. So I just have nothing on now most of the time.
Oh, I can't.
Happy days.
You have to have
Happy
something
days.
nice. Swear to God.
I
I
just
drive
be
myself
thinking all my
insane.
crazy thoughts.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I have to have something on
You're
to,
mad.
just to blank that part out.
No, it's there's too much noise. Way too much noise. People just need to take their shoes and socks off, go for a walk in the fucking country, and just look at the trees.
I come over one these days now and Lucy, he got signed in there yesterday.
Yeah, I'll be there with my bow and my fucking arrows, missing everybody.
How's that going though?
It's going alright. I thought I was doing very well, and then I got a new, because my bow was like 10 years old.
Is that the
My
one you took
initial
photos
one.
of that night? No?
I know I took photos of so many bows now.
No,
at
we
this
had the
stage.
drink, remember you brought out the bowl.
Oh yeah.
I
And
was afraid to touch them. I was like, oh,
I
brilliant.
got a new string put on that,
Mm.
and it changed it completely. I was like, and then I was just getting used to that, because I'm only getting out there once a week, whereas in the summer months, at least you can do a few hours at home every day, and it was great. You could really see the progress, but you need to be doing it every more often than not. But then I got a new bow completely, and it's a dinger, but it's like the last few times I've been out, I have been just. I'm so much better than this. What's going on? So
But is it
it's-
an all year round thing, like, or is it just kind of seasonal?
it's all year. The
Yeah.
competitions are probably seasonal, alright,
Yeah.
but it can go all year. Like, but I have to look around.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I thought we could get some at least indoor competitions, but it's not. There's none of that. It's all
No, but I
in the
found, like,
woods stuff.
I find that now even with pitch and putt that it's seasonal. Like, well, for me it is. Some people play it all year. I'm not a hope. Like, I'm not going out in the rain. Like, no way. And I start off maybe March, April, and then it's finished. There's one final competition in October. It's like the last hurrah piss up at the end of the year up the country.
Well, it's
and
all
that's
well
it, it's
and
done.
good.
You know what I mean? And I've nothing then for the rest of the year. And I was saying, like, you really notice it because I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
So used to having that hobby and having that something outside
But would
the
you
house.
not getting something else outside of the season?
Well, I was, and then that's where the nails came from then.
Mm.
Because I was kind of sitting at home, and it was, especially in COVID, fuck, I wasn't losing my mind during that. And then I was messing around, ordering stuff online, just cheap shit, like online, just like, oh, I'll try this now, I'll
Right.
try that. And then it was getting better and better, and then I was kind of like, yeah, this will keep me occupied now. And then I found I wasn't, even when the pitch and putt was there during the summer, I was like, yeah, I just have to do this now tonight, and I'm doing this person's nails, and I want to do this.
Yeah.
That was starting to take over a bit too much.
Yeah, well, that happens. It's like with these competition things. I mean, we did this. You have to do this course before you join the club,
Mhm.
and then on the last piece of it is just for experience. Go to the woods and shoot some arrows.
Yeah.
And you're signed off. But the rain came and it hasn't stopped, so we didn't get to do we did everything but to go into the woods.
Mm.
And I'm like, so there was a competition a few weeks ago, the club competition, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going. Sure, why wouldn't I? And mentioned it to the guy outside about, surely there's no problem. There might be. And that kind of pissed me off.
Why would there be a problem?
Exactly, that's what what the fuck? David said, just ring up the fucking, the body and say, yeah, I'm with this club, I did the thing, and then they'll ring him and he'll confirm it. But I was still raging at that stage. So, fuck that, fuck them, boom, I'm not going. I get temperamental.
Too sharp fused.
Very, but I'll do it.
But it is good to have that something that gets you away
brilliant.
from everything else. Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant. I'll go on a Tuesday usually. Lucy will go on a Thursday because the kids we got to rotate. Like,
yeah.
She's met a girl there now from Czech Republic. I was just living around the corner. They're actually gone off with her today with the kids.
Oh, she was telling me that. Yeah.
So it's cool for her that way because they like to speak the lingo.
Yeah, but it's nice just to have that little escape, like.
Absolutely, it is. But
people say to me like sometimes, how would you get the time, or I wouldn't have interest in that. I'm like, I don't know, that's just my
you
thing.
have to have the interest.
Yeah, I think a hobby is great for anybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's not till you have one and then you get invested in it. You're like, oh yeah, Jesus Christ, this is great. And it's like, it's not just, oh yeah, I go up there now by myself. I have never, I'd say, I can count on one hand how many times in my life I've played on my own. That's not why I play it. I like to go up, get involved, meet people.
Exactly, meet people.
I just don't like going up, like, go up there now by myself tonight. No, like, I'll text one of the girls. If she's free and meets me for a game, great. If she texts me back, oh, I'm working. Like, I just have no interest. Like, go up and listen to myself. Like,
well, when I go, I usually travel with David. David will come along, but when he's not there, then I shoot over anyway. Because since I've been going there, I've made a bunch of people over there, and you meet them.
You know them when you go in. Then.
Yeah, it's fine. It's familiar. It's all good. And plus, I'm the opposite. Now I'm going there when I'm driving there. I'm thinking, right, be fucking awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget your anchor. Don't forget this. And I'm just having this chat with myself about being awesome. I go there then 2 hours of pure shite, and I'm like, fuck, why am I not awesome? It's because I'm thinking too much. I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, it's just blah 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 blah. It's like, so it's like, all right, and that's because I've transitioned with the new bow now, or I'm transitioning, and this like, you're not wholeheartedly in it, and you're still trying to figure out your balance. So it's like, that's my objective now: acquire the balance, and I'll be super, because I am super at it.
Just get out of your own way first.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like when you're fucking doing a painting.
It's like that, though, like.
And you get an idea, and instead of just doing it. So wait a minute, I'll do a few sketches and I'll plan it out, and what colours will I? It's like, you fucking ruined it now.
Yeah.
Before you even go to the canvas, that painting is dead. You're not going to finish it, you just fucked it up because you got your big brain involved. It's not about that. You're meant to be just like a conduit, just let it go through you. But nah. Some people think, well, this is the kind of painting you should be painting. And I'm like, fuck you. Fuck, who the fuck? I don't even know what kind of fucking painting I should be painting. Only that I should be painting.
But it's the way, like, I think some people think they don't realise how much bigger it is as well. Like, even last week now I done a thing for Marianne, right, on her Christmas nails, right? Yeah. So I had a post up online and whatever. And
you had a post up I saw, and it was very funny. It was like 1, 2.
Oh yeah, that was my own nails. Yeah,
that was it was cute.
So I was at work and this woman said, "Oh, I saw that whatever design. I think it was Marianne's nails. Picture that I put up or the post I put up." I was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Yeah, because your brother's very arty as well, isn't he?" And I was like, "Well, that was only a snowflake, like, you know what I mean?" Because horses and all this stuff. I was like, "There's me then, literally 2 snowflakes."
But it's not.
People are like, "Jesus."
The end product isn't the thing; it's the process, and you go outside the box and you're creative.
Yeah.
So it's there.
And I've been stitches.
I'm not saying go and get canvases and wreck the place, but you fuck it. If you're stuck for something, give it a go.
Jacob loves it as well, though. He's getting into guitar. He loves sketching.
Guitar is very good.
Yeah. He asked Nora, "Can we get a guitar off sent to you?" I was like, "Yeah, nice one, that'll do."
Yeah. No, I haven't a guitar. I haven't any instrument. I mean, I don't mean you have to go like, but just 3 finger chords enough to get a few songs, get a bit of banter going in a group. If you're abroad or in a wherever.
No, I've an app now on my phone and all for him when he does get the guitar and when he starts. And
I'm addicted to fucking Instagram at the minute. There's fucking guys and they're playing all kinds of guitar.
Yeah.
And then these boxes come up on the screen of like the chords they're playing and stuff.
You get lost in it though, like.
Oh, absolutely, you would, yeah.
Like, I can do that. You started watching the videos, you're like, "Oh, I want to try that. I want to try that."
Because when I was playing the guitars every day, it was like my world. Just playing the guitar and then painting, and playing the guitar, and then writing shit, and that's all I was interested in. And if you're talking and none of that is coming out of your mouth, the volume has gone way down, and I'm just like, and I'm over here doing my thing. So it's balance. I'm very much about balance because I'm so unbalanced. It's like you gotta get your shit together, son. But so I keep filling up my fucking timetable with stuff to do.
But it's better though because
Because if I get a lazy day now,
when you get that break, then
it'll take me 2 weeks to get out of a lazy day. Because I maintain that the body needs at least one lazy day in the week. But you can still be reading books, you can still be on the computer, as long as you're not out in the weather or fucking beating the shit out of stone, lifting stone and all of that. Because it's a different rhythm altogether to your whole movement and your, the abuse you're giving your body.
It's so harsh compared to what you come back to then if you're doing a bit of painting.
Yeah, but that has its own kind of, everything has its good and bad, you know what I mean? So you just say, alright, this is gonna suck, but just drive through it. Like today, I know was a perfect example. When those 3 lads showed up out of nowhere, I was like, fucking beautiful. Are you fucking weak or what? And they just took over, lifted all these heavy things. I was like, fucking beautiful.
Like machines coming in outside of the road.
Oh man, they're like oak trees. That's what they're, just big fucking burly mountain men. Me and Shay just looked at each other. I was like, nice one. Because we were like on the first one thinking, damn, this is not easy. This is hard because we're in a hole, so you can't get a good grip of it. You've no traction. So, but hey, happy days. I'm not complaining. I was due a break like that in my head. I'd be thinking, thank fuck. It was nice, very nice.
I know I was in stitches last week. One of the evenings, and Gary takes the kids one evening a week. I do in the salon,
Yeah.
Just to give a bit more choice of times and that. Well, I was gone down at 5 o'clock or whatever, so I left at 4:30, and he had Ava and Jacob. Jacob has this thing where he has all day to play with her, right, the whole day. But he waits till an hour before she goes to bed, and he winds her up, right?
That's like the 2 boys.
Yeah, so that he's running in the hall. So Gary had them at that time, right?
Oh Christ, poor Gary.
I came home. He looked stressed when I came back. What's wrong? Well, everything was going grand until I was like, right, it's an hour now before bed. I'll try on her jammies and whatever. Did Jacob came down and just started losing his mind, running in and out? He's like, all hyper. Then she hit her head. Then she was crying. Then I was picking her up trying to console her. He was still running past, getting all giddy, trying to cheer her back up again. And he said I was going to lose my mind. And I was like, no, see?
I agree with him. But no, it's like, I'm probably going to get slated for it, but this is how I see it. Women are just, it's in them to be,
I always say that to Gary.
manage them. Men, it's not in them.
I was like, it's
No
like
matter
we're
what
built
they
different.
think.
I said, it's like we're
We're
built
very,
different.
very different. Fucking Venus and Mars, all that. That's fucking true. Because
And people say to me, oh, you're so old-fashioned. And I mean, well, if that's what you want to call it, fine. But it's not that I'm old-fashioned. It's just that I can see it as a fact. You know, it's right in front of me, so I can see that.
I'd be out on the verge of fucking murder. 1 hour with my kids. And I'm like...
But it's like, some days then, something they do would drive me mad or something, or I'd be getting stressed or whatever. And then Gary was just like, oh, yeah, it's grand. But put us in different scenarios then, and it's a whole
in the pressure cooker,
game,
the man goes first.
Yeah.
Because when the woman's in the pressure cooker, she can handle it.
Yeah.
With the kids. But you put the man in there with the kids, the pressure cooker comes on, boom, gone. There's war. And that's the only way out.
Like even with the cleaning, I come home and I'd be at work, I cleaned there and I did this, and I'm like, do you want me to make an announcement the next time I'm over? Things like that, and I'd be always mocking them, taking the piss. And I'll make a quick announcement, so I'll get a little karaoke machine and just make my announcements in the intercom, a midday announcement. I hoovered there just in case you were wondering.
And it's super clean.
Yeah, he's like, well, I'm just saying you don't have to do it. I was like, I'll see that I don't need to do it. But
I can feel Lucy staring at me if I put a cup somewhere, and she's just fucking
That's just
raging, and I'm
well.
like, I'm gonna make another cup of coffee and really piss her off. It's like, get over it. It's a house that's to be lived in.
Yeah, I know that. There's a line then,
fuck
you know what I mean? There is a fucking line.
There's no line.
You're like animals sometimes.
We are animals. We are animals. But if I'm at home, I want to be comfortable. I want to just be me, and I live here too, and if they're going to be like, you want those shoes in there? Like, these are my indoor shoes. What the fuck?
Now, I don't have that in my house. A few times only, it's happened where someone has come up to the house, if we're having something in the summer now or whatever, they'll call up and do like, will I leave on my shoes? And well, you don't take them off. Like, that's weird. Like, I
see your socks.
whereas they'd be like, that's normal now. Do you know, like, I have slippers for the house. I don't.
Yeah, sure. They're all up. Put your Crocs on.
Yeah, like,
I
have
tried
clean
the
shoes
Crocs
for the
thing, and I
house.
swear to God, I really did. But oh, for fucking God. I made a big party out of throwing them all in the bin with Sebastian. One day I was sorting shit out.
And they're
Throw
supposed to be
these
the
in the
most
bin.
comfortable things ever.
They fuck up your back, I think.
No, Jimmy, that's just your age.
No, you know
Push
the way
it on.
when there's no firmness. I prefer flat shoes, very fucking flat shoes. The flatter the better. Barefoot would be ideal, because when you're up at all off the ground, it fucks your back up, like, and it's not right.
I always say that my knees are half dodgy from the hand-me-down shoes. Used to be
If you were
getting
to look
making
at
fit.
the food you eat and the fucking footwear you're having and the sleep that you're having, most of these things are what's wrong with most people. Well, definitely with the food.
Yeah.
I was watching some guy saying that, no, how many, I would say 20 for the laugh, because I'm not going to quote him exactly, but he was like, if you ate an orange 20 years ago, what that would do for your body. To do the same today, you'd have to eat 8 oranges, because of the condition of the soil, apparently. He's doing some big campaign to sort out the soil on a global scale. He's got all these fucking, I even forget his name. I was like, Jesus, that's a lot of work. Best of luck, Jack. But fuck, it's just a lot of shit food's been made, and just the wrong people seem to be getting into the wrong jobs, and they just don't take
That's because they bore the
due
life out of
care,
you.
you know what I mean?
It's fucking, they make it so boring.
If you don't belong, and if you're not passionate about this particular thing, why are you there?
Yeah.
Fuck off. If you're not even enjoying it, why are you there? If you tell me it's for money, are you that stupid you can't make money somewhere else where you might knock a bit of crack out of your day and be a happier person? Like, no. Some people. What time did you? I was thinking we'll have another coffee.
Yeah.
It's only like 1:15.
Yeah.
We'll go to me. It's every time you look at a certain, you go from different ages. It's like every age lasts so long, like a plateau, and then it's like, no, you're this, and your whole outlook changes and everything, or it moves on or whatever. It's, how many lives am I living? Because I'm looking at things so differently to how I would have, and then a few years later, it's all over again. It's just like, I think too much. I think way too much.
Yeah, see, that's why I have the radio on, or the music. Not
No,
radio,
you-
the music
You
has to
should,
go on.
you should think too much, and you should write shit down. I'd be there going through a portfolio case there, and I was looking for something. I thought, maybe it's in there. It's not in there. It's desperation is why I'm looking in there. And I found some old notebooks with scribbles in it, and I was reading them, and I was like, mortified. I wrote that down? My God. Idiot. Retard. That's horrible. And I'd be critiquing the shit out of it then, and I'm like, what was I writing this shit down
Shows
for?
you the frame of mind you're in then. Like,
But it's usually, all I'm writing down is stuff that I think might make a good song, or I never do topical shit, because it's like, why would you? You know nothing about nothing, especially these days with all the bullshit that's flying. But if someone dies or whatever, and I'll be on Instagram a day later, and there's fucking artists all over the world doing paintings, portraits of whoever fucking died, I'm like, have you any shame at all? You know?
That's what I hate though, is when you're shouting about there, when you see it online, when I go into Beachfield and up on the big flat screen TV, RIP.E, I'm like, it's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, what are you doing? This first thing he does, Brian told me, every morning
That's
he's out
wrong
of bed,
on
he goes
a lot of
downstairs
levels.
and just checks on
You're in the
RIP.E.
waiting room, that's the
And I'm
mentality.
like, she's dead. He said, just make sure that the rest of them have popped off. Like, you know,
Fucking hell, that's
I
wrong.
don't ever get to that age. Like, I said, no way.
No, if I get to like a senior age, I'm going getting stoned out of my fucking mind for the rest of for my last 10 years, if I have that luxury of knowing, right, I'm thereabouts. Right. Bring up a few people there now. Self-medicate the fuck out of it. Probably doing my best paintings ever.
No, it's just, I don't know, I get very bad with old people.
I get very bad with most people. I'm and here I am trying to invite people in for chats, like, come here and I'll talk to you. But I think it's just all the noise. It's all artificial shit. If you have someone in front of you and you can just meander down all these different fucking topics of conversation, it's the art of conversation. It's very important. And not enough people are doing it. Simple as that. People need people. You know what I mean? Be nice. Have a chat. How you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah, like some people love the whole. I spend a week alone. I love to walk off here and do this on my own. Blah, blah. I've never
Give
been
yourself
like
a
that.
shake.
No, I've never been like that. Like, never been one to be by myself. I hate it.
I find myself
Honestly,
by myself a lot, but that's more because of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, I work alone, and you know, you meet a person for 5 minutes, maybe
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, but you're still distracted because you're like,
Oh,
you're
you're
working
totally
or
in
you're
the
doing whatever.
zone.
But I
I'm
mean
like,
now, like,
fucking half
I'd love to
hour
just
already.
take off on my own and do. I'm like, that's my worst nightmare.
Now, if
I
I'm in a
hate it.
situation where I can take off by myself,
No,
I'm
I
staying in
can't.
bed
I
by
just-
myself,
I just
happy,
can't.
go to sleep.
Even if Gary's gone off now for a night, like a few years ago, if he was gone on like a stag or he was gone away for a night or whatever.
Parties.
I'd be trying to go for a few drinks or trying to do this or trying, I just have to something.
It's an opportunity, but it is an opportunity when you find yourself, especially when you have the kids and stuff, but then the partner and the kids go away or whatever, and you're like, this is so rare, I gotta really enjoy this. So, party. Straight away party.
The yearly party. It's nice. Oh, I don't know,
I'm gonna party by myself tonight, in my head.
Did you have a few drinks out the weekend at home or no?
Fuck
Did
yeah.
you?
At the weekend, every fucking evening, sir. My body needs it, like. My body needs it. My body be bust. I had a 5-day argument this week with myself because I haven't been doing any kind of. I have this little kind of regiment where it's like pretty much every day, but it's not like a heavy workout or anything, but it's enough to kind of just keep you moving. Just push-ups, stretches, and some kind of core stuff. And it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, take Thursday off, and Friday, Saturday, take Sunday off, and do it back. That's how I do it. Just kind of, because when you're working all day, you know, you get into a certain way of moving for the job, and it's not balanced per se because you're right-handed or you're left-handed, so you're going to be more on that. So when I do the exercise, then it's like it rebalances everything, and it gives you a bit of a heart rate pump, and it's good. I enjoy it, and it gives me peace of mind. But I was doing, about 2 weeks ago, I was doing some push-ups just in my bedroom. Lucy, I think, just getting down. I was just back from work, had coffee, chit chat, goofed around with the kids, I'd grab a shower there now, and then I was thinking, oh shit, I have no time now if I do it. So I said, I'm going to do it now. So I was doing push-ups, and next thing I hear Sebastian running down the hall, and he jumped right up. I nearly broke my fucking face off the floor. I was like, Christ! And you know, then you start laughing. Kid kills me, like.
I can't.
He's a tug.
I can't. The exercise, like I go like go
Oh,
for a
I
walk.
have to. If I don't do it, I feel like I can't.
But work out, I really can't. I am the weakest.
But you don't have to
person
do
ever.
like, you see all these crazies like, you gotta do that. Like, you're too loud, you're too animated,
Yeah.
leave me the fuck alone. I know what I gotta do for me,
Yeah.
and I do it, and I'm happy.
Because when I did start, I did try it a few times, like I did, and then I was saying to Gary, like, when am I gonna fucking love it? Like, I see all these fuckers online.
So you
who are
never
like,
love it.
no, but they're like, oh my god.
It's what you get out of it is what you
But I
should
was
love.
getting fuck all out of it. Like, I mean, I was doing it right, I was doing the eating right and everything, and then I found what suited me. Then was like, yeah, I'll watch what I'm eating in a good way, try and eat more, like, and then I'll
No,
get my walks
You
in and all
don't one
this.
meal a day is
And
all
that was
you
fine, that was suiting me, but the whole like working out part, I couldn't do it. I was like nearly crying every day after the gym. I was like, when am I gonna love it? Everyone else loves it. I don't fucking love it.
I never loved working out, even when I was doing it like a lot and with serious weights and stuff and running and all of that.
Yeah.
I never loved doing that, but I did love the feeling I got off it after. You know, when you come back and you shower and you get dressed, it's like you feel like fucking awesome.
New release.
And it's just, you're just walking on air kind of vibe, you know what I mean? And you just, it feels good.
Yeah,
But to get there fucking sucks.
but I
It
met people and they're
sucks.
like, oh my god, I was up training with your husband, I came out afterwards, my leg was like jelly now and I couldn't walk, but my god, like felt unreal and blah blah blah, and I hear this all the time, like loads of people
But
saying this to me.
you're more awake up here as well.
And I was just like, no, it's just
If I come home from work, or even if it's a weekend, we go somewhere for a day or whatever, and we come home, the minute I sit down, I'm in trouble. Like.
oh yeah, you seize up,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'd be like looking at the clock. I'm like constantly looking at this fucking watch, and I'm like, okay, you got 20 minutes. You better be doing something, son. You better be doing something.
Yeah, it is. Like even if I'm at work now and I have so many in a row,
2 hours
And
later,
then
I'm
they're
waking
gone,
up on
and
the
I'm like-
couch.
I'm like, oh my god, I can't move. My back is broke or
But do
whatever.
you, I mean, I see that since you've come in now, you're fucking, whatever you're at an
I'm
angle.
just trying to.
That's not good for you.
Yeah, because when I'm in at work, I literally have to be like, I'm over the fan and I'm going a certain way if I'm drawing something on the work, I'm doing whatever.
Yeah, but
I have
see,
to-
what I just got into this addiction of balance. And it's constantly in my focus. Like,
Oh, I have the worst posture ever though, and like I am,
Like-
I will say that.
if I'm like sitting down in the kitchen or even on the couch now, because we got this fucking lovely corner couch thing and it's so comfy, but it's like I sit right in the corner, put my legs up, and I'm like, I do fall asleep there, but it's, in my head now the last few weeks I'm like, you kind of not do that so much. I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? It's like I created this split personality, and it's like,
I'm telling you now,
Hey.
the day I come out and Lucy's like, definitely signed into
here, look, I'm an
The other
idiot
fellow was
and I'm
talking.
crazy, and I'm okay with it. But yeah, you have to be fanatical about pretty much everything you do. I think it's until you just can't move, then you know, like people be there when you're doing the stonework. Jeez, you must have it. And you'd be raging inside because you can't get this particular. Everything you touch is just shit today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I fucking hate it. Oh, you must have some patience, because the fuck I do. This needs to be done, and I want to do it the way I want to do
Yeah.
it. That's all there is to it. It's not about patience.
Yeah.
It's not about love.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the task at hand, and I see it finished in my head, and I'm trying to match this to that, and it's not happening today. Not today to be talking to me about. Same with the paintings.
I don't think any of us have patience at all. Like,
There's too
none
much
of us do.
intensity. You're
Yeah.
just trying to focus that energy to whatever it is you want to do. It's not like, a natural gift, or it's a mental fucking illness is what it is.
yeah, because even now it's like, if I see any more videos on like anxiety and all
Oh,
this
it's
shit, you know.
fucking
We all have
who's
it.
pumping this shit
I
out?
don't know. But it's like we all have it, okay? Get over yourself, like just get on with it. But what makes me laugh is how they just can't get on with things now, you know? And like it's
Well,
not
when
like,
you-
oh,
when
you're
I-
dismissing
when I
mental
hear
health
all of
because you're
that-
saying that. I'm like, I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, just say it straight out, stop tiptoeing around it, and get on with it. You know, that
I
kind of
just say, look, wake the fuck up and look with clear eyes and stop fucking dancing to the tune all these fucking spastics are giving
Because
you.
it's like you can't say anything, you're offending this person,
Fuck
you're
'em,
offending that
offend
person,
'em.
and I'm like,
I'm offended by them being offended.
like even that fucking the video now that went up online the other night of the refugees coming in. Straight away the race card was pulled. Oh, he's racist and a racist. And I'm like, how are they fucking racist? Like, they're asking for answers because they've been fed a load of lies and all this. It was a big fucking thing online. Like, and
It's not a big
I was
leap,
like,
is
why
it?
are you trying to pull like the race card now? Because they're pointing out what, like, it was a bus full of they were saying they were asylum seekers coming in, and I was like,
What's the words I need to
yeah,
use?
and but that's what it was. Then afterwards, everyone's like, how do I word it so? Like, I can't say it as it is. How do I word it for you so? Like, so you don't get upset.
See,
But
too
even though
many
you're saying the
people
same
are trying to
thing,
fit their head into a fucking place that doesn't belong.
it's very
Society is horseshit, okay? Community, on the other hand, is a natural thing. Society is far from fucking natural. It's a fucking experiment. But community is very natural. And, you shouldn't have to watch what you say no matter where the fuck you are. If you've got a genuine fucking issue and this is your culture, this is your place, you would speak the way you speak. And if someone from somewhere else, or even from your same place who's just deluded, starts getting offended, well, maybe they should look at where they're standing.
But it's gone very bad. Like,
That's
it
why I
is.
live out there in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Fucking
Happy. All I have to worry about is the rabbits and the cows and the foxes. And I have no problem with them, they're lovely. I have a bow inside just in case.
In case it's not given out.
I tell you, if I came out shooting rabbits with my bow, they'd be the safest rabbits on the fucking planet. Especially lately. Can't shoot shit.
I know, I feel for the likes of even Mum and Dad there, like, you know, the way they talk about what it was like when they were our age or whatever, and Mum's just like,
Different world.
yeah, how much, like, obviously things change.
It's
The
just
time goes on and
technology
it
makes you
changes
think it
and
was
all
a
that.
millennium ago.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Mum's
It's
just
only
like
yesterday.
baffled by a lot of everything that's going on. You know, the kind of, she's just, the stuff she comes out with
I'm
some days at
baffled by a
home,
lot
I'm
of
there,
it.
what? So she's just like, yeah, that's how normal it was back then for us. But she goes, nowadays, you can't say anything. Like, we were at the garage above him.
But you see, you
The
can,
range.
and that's where people
But
are falling down.
That's what I mean. Like, she was
You're
at the
not-
garage in the range that day, and she turned around and she said something like, "Oh, I can't think of the name. It was an ice cream that was out years ago. Oh God, I can't think anyway. But they basically took this ice cream off the market because, I swear, because it was racist. Because it was a term people used to use for black people, and
For the love of fucking
I don't
God.
know whether they made the ice cream after that, but it was a white ice cream. And what was it called? Oh, it's driving me mad now, I can't think of the name. But she's like, yeah, you can't get them now anymore. And I was like, oh, right, okay. And she's like, no, because of it. Like, I said, you fucking serious? Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid
so
going
she's
on.
saying now that you can't get this particular thing anymore because it was looked at as being racist.
Fucking racist. Sure, what about, we're
It's just so
Irish.
careful
How much
now.
racism are we subjected to, and we just fucking get on with it? You know what I mean?
You can't anymore. It's just, you can't even take it.
I remember when I was in Scotland, we were fucking, I was working with a lad, a native of Edinburgh, and we were working on a site just outside the city, and there was this big fucking huge cunt, Canadian Indian lad. I don't know what fucking Indian he was, but he was a fucking tree.
Yeah.
And we were in, you gotta go into this like canteen, and then outside, next to the canteen there's like, they call it a drying room. It's like a heated, fucking seriously heated room for all the rain gear and shit.
Yeah.
And we were going in to get our stuff dried, and this fucker was standing at the door and he was just putting up a sign. They had a nickname for the lad that I was with. He wasn't allowed in, and Irish people. No Irish and no whatever. This fucker from Canada. And I was like, we just went in anyway, and he started on us then. A grow fully, I mean, we were fucking young, like. And I'm thinking, you ugly cunt, I'd love to get the hammer and just put it through his fucking face. Call it racist or what? He was just being a prick. And you get pricks everywhere. And they just utilise this bullshit to make something out of nothing. And they should just get a hammer into the fucking face. I'm not promoting violence. I'm not letting that out
Go
there.
away.
Fuck it. But you know, sometimes there's just people are cunts. And it's human nature. Look at how England had an empire. And now look at America. You telling me there's no cunts over there? They're everywhere.
I just hate, like, you know, sometimes when you have to think too much before you speak, because I don't like to have to do that. And
See, I don't do that. Fuck
And
that.
then when I do, just say something, like, read the fucking room. I don't mean it, you know, in
But you, see, they
the way
can't,
that
'cause
they
they're-
automatically pick it up,
they're
like, and then all of a
thick
sudden
cunts.
you're labelled for to be this and that.
Like I said at the start, you have all these smart people doing dumb shit. Because they're not smart. Just because they went to college and all, that just says, oh, you can jump. When I say jump, you say how high, and there's a degree. That's what that is. It's you're being conditioned to do as you're fucking told. That's why they try to get rid of all the trades, I'd say. But, look, you can't be listening to them. Fuck them. They get in your face, then kick them in the balls. Fuck them.
Like, even at work now, I have no opinion, but fucking it. Like, I swear to God, because otherwise I could do with a headache. And
You can't.
no matter what, whenever, what the subject is, whatever they say, it's like, lovely. Great. Oh, that's lovely. Like, everything's
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
That's lovely. I
Just
just
when
want to
the
go home.
compliments, see, they start with compliments. I think I did, you know, if you put stuff up like online or whatever, and people say, oh, that's so this and so that, I don't even read them. When I started actually going online initially, my thing was, all right, assume you're going to meet every kind of cunt, and all this shit will be negative.
Yeah.
So ignore it. And then it was like, but what if there's a lot of positive? Well, you're either in or you're out.
Mm.
So I said, right, I'll dismiss every comment. No, I don't give a fuck if it's like you're awesome or you're a cunt. It's all shit. So it's just like, it's a visual thing I'm using. I'm using it for all that. So I put that out there, and it'll have its own lifespan after that, its own destiny. But if people are going to talk, just talk. You want it or not? Till I get a fucking email off my bank saying X and Y. Okay, cool. Even at that, I won't be like, oh, thank you very much. I'm so happy you bought it. I don't give a fuck.
You can still fuck off, by the way.
Do you know what I mean? It's you haven't bought me or anything.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? This is something that happened. It's over there now. You saw it. You took it. Good luck. I don't need to be your fucking buddy. fuck off. Busy. So no, it's like you can't be Lucy then it's like you can't be swearing all the time. It's not like I'm thinking of swearing.
I know. It
But
just comes
sometimes
out.
people bring up these things and this is what happens.
It just comes out, yeah.
Because if I have to start worrying about how I'm reacting, then I'm in trouble. So fuck that. And because I'll be there like, the kids. I was walking out of the sitting room the other day. And Sebastian was making a mess in the hall. He had all these fucking shit everywhere. I'm like, oh come on buddy, tidy it up a bit, keep it in your room. Daddy, you're just a dickhead. He's 3. I didn't want to make an issue out of it. Because when he swears, I don't make an issue out of it. Because then it's like,
Then he'll know.
he knows, a chink in the
I got a
armor.
reaction here.
And he'll keep going. So she says, I looked at Lucy, she's like, giving me the dead eyes,
Because she knows it's your fault.
No. I'm like, there's 2 of us here.
Come on.
I
come
said
on.
to her the other night, I said, your language is appalling. And she's like, it's all your fault kind of thing, And I didn't know it was that powerful. But the little dude, you're a dickhead.
Yeah. Jacob wasn't, and still isn't, he knows, like, oh, that's bad word, I won't say it. As far as he would be shit, I'd say. Like, he wouldn't bother. But
They
Ava
don't know
would be,
nothing.
Ava would be a total other
Yeah, well,
Like-
they say that the girls are way more switched on than the
rude
boys.
thing, like, yeah.
And I don't think you can argue really that much. Like
She's cute, like Jacob, like I said now, he'll say shit, and then, I just don't want to say that, like, he always like, this
you
is
just
shit.
say it's a word.
So then, she always goes in and out of his room, she's obsessed with him, she thinks he's the best thing ever, so she's in and out, but she's tormenting him, like, but she
Yeah,
thinks
yeah.
like she's just loving him, but he's melted half the time. And then, she was coming out of his room and dropped her, she's got this, like, blanket rag thing, and dropped it on the ground. Oh, shit. And I was like, you just about got Mammy and Daddy down, and
Do
now
you
you're like,
remember the
oh,
one video
shit.
with you? Was it what birthday was it?
Oh, yeah.
And you sit down and did you say what shit?
When I was 2. I can't remember what it was. No, yeah, it wasn't. It was oh shit or something like that.
And the big uproar over that.
Yeah.
And then David had the camera. He was doing and he was like,
Yeah,
you have to
going
bleep
up the
everything
stairs,
out.
Yeah. He didn't know it was so long because you could see he was down by his side and he's going up the stairs. You fucking this and
Yes.
fucking that. I was like, how old is he then? So how old is he now?
I haven't a clue. Wait a minute,
47.
what am I? Is he?
46,
So,
5? I don't know.
in his 40s.
There's too many of you there. Gary knows how old you all are. I don't.
I don't even know how old I
Yeah,
am.
he knows, like-
If I'm filling shit out, I'm there to Lucy. What age am I?
Yeah, he knows better than me. And I'm like, how? Like, I just can't. So, well, I'm 33.
See,
Was
if
he
people start
16?
talking numbers, I'm
I
gone.
think he's 15 or 16 then.
David?
Yeah, he would have been around that.
Fuck, I haven't a clue. You're asking the wrong
But it's
person.
just so funny, like, I haven't seen that in years, but when I used to watch it, I was like, oh my god, like, you're all just floating about the house.
Yeah, it was grand though. It was cool. It was cool.
There were so many people there all
It was like
the
a
time.
pub.
Yeah, it was, there was just constant,
And then people bringing in their buddies.
yeah, it was like there's the cousin from
How
this
many
side, the
people
cousin
are
from that,
there?
like, oh my god.
You the cousins there were more than we
But it
were.
was like
huh?
Mam's house was the base, and they
Yeah,
all just
yeah,
came
yeah.
there, like.
Pretty much.
She sent me one clip alright with me beating the shit out of Keith. I was only 2, like, he just slapping the head off him out the front because he took a ball off me or something, and I just caught him by the head of hair and started slapping the head off him.
And
I was
then
like,
wherever he's on the video, he's crying about something.
oh yeah, he was always
What a
crying.
wimp.
Always crying. But there's always that one, like, they say now, like, in families, like, if the youngest, the middle child,
The
and
runt of the
eldest,
litter.
and that's what but I was saying it was like 11. And anyone that hears that, because I'm younger, obviously, and especially Abby, because she's so young, like, 11 in your family, like, you don't hear of it anymore. It's like, yeah. How did she survive that? It's just normal. It's
You
normal.
just assume everyone has that, don't you?
Yeah. But then, it's like when I met Gary then and saw his family, and I was like, well, there's definitely something wrong with us. Because
Come here, we've
this is
the
weird.
two
This
boys,
is
and
normal.
I'm like, do you ever think just because you've 2, how did they do it?
all the time.
How the fuck
She only
did they
said it
do
to me
it?
recently, like, am I done, like, with kids? Like, oh, I'm done with kids now.
100%.
And a million percent we're done. It took Gary 8 years to come around to the fact to go again. Like, he really didn't want to go again. And I just kind of annoyed the shit out of him until I was like, look, I came from a huge family. And I was like, I'd like one more, just a bit of company for him. And that's it then, I promise.
Exactly, company for them, isn't
But
it?
I was more traumatised from happier than he was. So then it was
Well-
definitely no, like we're done with 2 and that's enough for us. But like you can't now anyway, like, okay, I have the second one out and it's done. And I have no intentions of going back to work, really. Like I went back to work after Ava was born, right? I went back. But then it was, oh gosh, I can't make those hours. And now they were great to me in fairness, like they were like trying to suit my hours, I was trying to suit it. They didn't suit, it was like balls.
Where's
Because
that?
Gary's
Where were you
work.
then? In
In
the
the
coffee
restaurant,
shop?
yeah. So it just kept like not working because of Gary's job, and he got so busy after COVID, and I was like, look, we kind of called it quits then. And like I still been there all the time, whatever, but I was like, we'll just call it quits. But then I thought I was going to lose my mind because I wasn't working at all. I was just stuck at home all the time. I was like, this isn't suiting me now.
No.
And I was doing the nails kind of on the side, not even on people, on myself, and on a practice hand that I bought. It wasn't
A practice hand?
Yeah, it wasn't like intended to be
So I
a
was
job
going to buy a
ever.
mannequin.
And one of the lads were like, a few people kept saying like, "Oh, where'd you get your nails done?" I did myself. "Oh, would you not start doing nails?" And I was like, "Oh no, God." I
Yeah,
couldn't
you
do
don't
it,
realise
blah,
then,
blah, blah.
like, not everyone will do it. Like.
No, and I was like, will I do it or not? And then I said, fuck it, yeah, I will. And then I got all, like, it was literally a kind of split decision. We were in Lanzarote on holidays, and then
Yeah.
the girl that I'm working for now in the salon was like, please, you just start doing nails when you get back. Like, there's a big one for them. I'm turning people away. You know, you should start doing it. So I was like, fuck, I'll do it so when I get back. So I did. I started it straight away. I was like, this is great. Now I'm back working again. So when Mum asked me then, she was like, you know, would you go again? I was like, no, because then I'm starting all over again. I have to give up work again. Like, it's all on the woman. Like, we're the ones that have to carry it. We're the ones that have to grow
no.
it. We're the ones that have to birth it. We're the ones that have to give up that side of things to mind
Yeah,
it.
but
And,
we have to fucking
you know-
do our bit as well, which is equally important for the longer. You're the sprint, we're the marathon.
yeah, but like on my side of the fence for
Leave the
with us-
physical aspect, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
was
even
saying to
gonna
man,
go
like
there.
Gary's job and his wage is our main wage in the house.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like it would be here for you. Like
Yeah.
he'd have the main wage and then I have my job. And I was like, I don't want to give that up. Like, and obviously
Of course
I'd
not.
have to be
Because
doing
they
give it
grow up and
because-
fuck off.
Yeah, I said like, he's not going
Before
to
you
give
know
up
it.
obviously the main income into the house,
Mm.
so I can continue my thing on the side. Like, you know, it's
No.
not. So it's probably selfish because people are like, oh, that's a bit selfish. You know, like you're not having more kids because you can continue doing what you love doing. Yeah.
If Lucy told
You
me
know,
she was
it's fine.
pregnant, I swear to God, I would go. I would be on the floor in a fetal position and I would bawl like a child for 12 months straight.
So you're
And
done as well, are you?
Fucking A. Jesus, yeah. No way. It's buy a fucking dog. You got to get one more.
No, I said that. I was like, no, I'm done now.
They're perfectly balanced now, you know? I hope.
And I'm the only thing I'm sorry is that I didn't have her sooner.
I was saying that too because you've more
That's it.
energy to
You
deal with
know,
the little
like-
fuckers.
That's the only thing. There's such a big gap now between her and Jake. Like there's 8 years of a gap.
That's fine.
You know.
That's fine.
Well, that's because we're coming from a family where there's just like a ladder going down along, and Abby's there at the bottom, and Linda's there at the top, and she could be her mother. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's such a big gap there.
But I think that's good for your people skills.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? In life, because you're coming from a fucking big pack anyway.
Yeah.
Of animals, so it's like you should be okay because you've got all kind of personalities from just one of them. So I
Yeah,
think
there's a
it's
couple of
fine.
them now that have a few personalities mixed in.
I think we should have. But, I mean, you just don't know how things will pan out. Life is funny, and on top of that, then it's like
That would be a good podcast, though.
what?
As many of the siblings as you could round up
Oh yeah,
and
right.
a chat about all
That
yours.
definitely gets you kicked off every platform.
That would be such a laugh.
No
Because you know
holds
what? We never actually did that. We never all ever sat down and just kind of had a chat.
RTE couldn't cover that.
No, but we didn't though. Like, you know, like, even there now, if we go to Gary's place, like, his sister's there, she might pop over because like, they'd obviously have a group chat. So it's like, oh, we're going to call the kids. She might pop over and the brother will be there. The whole family's there then. Like, that rarely happens for us because there's so many. And like, they'd be saying, do you remember this time or do you remember that? I'm like, we actually never really done that, or, you know, sat down and just had a chat about when you were younger, or we never done that because there's too many of us
I'm
there
not really,
to catch
I'm not
everybody.
really that interested in the.
No, it's just the way it was in the house years ago. You know what I mean? The laughs, like, not the misery past now, like, not the whole, like,
I've nothing
I
but
don't
fond
remember any of that.
memories.
That's what I
honestly.
mean,
I
yeah.
Even when I burnt the house down,
that's what I mean.
it's
Those
things I can laugh
stories,
about now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And going
Those
down
stories,
the
like-
river all summer.
They're the
down the
stories, like,
viaducts.
I'd love to be talking about, not the other. What else is there? Like, what would you want to be talking about other than the funny stories, you know?
That's life. You know what I mean? Everyone has the same fucking thing. All right, there's extremes, both sides, but you know what I mean? People are doing their best to do their best. End of. It is what it is. fuck's sake, stop being a bitch and get on with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Enjoy it. For fuck's sake, you'll have plenty of things that will test you in life. So enjoy your family, your home, and all of that. And
yeah, 2 is.
no way more.
2 is
no,
a lot now.
no more. No
and I
more.
look at some people still have like 3 and 4 and fucking 5, and I'm
Fucking
like,
cra-
oh my God.
look, I see people
The
and they're like
patience
baby
there.
factories.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Do you need organs or something? What the fuck are you doing? It's like a job. No, I mean, I think we might have messed up a little with Junior because we moved out here, and it's like getting him into the social aspect of things. We were waiting and waiting and waiting, and then it was like you could see it. Whereas with Sebastian, but even at saying that, with women they're fine, but with other people in their own age, it's like they get really stupid when there's a woman involved. I'm embarrassed for them. They'd be like,
Oh God.
all this shit, like I'm like, oh my God.
It's the age thing as well, like they come out of that again. They come out like in
Of course they
like
do,
he's
yeah.
in school now as well, so
Yeah, that's great. That's good only for social life, as far as I'm concerned.
that's what
What they're learning
being
at
around
school,
the other
you know.
kids is great, like you know what I mean. But Jacob is the same. Like the summer is the most annoying time ever for me, and I don't care if anyone else says, "Oh no, it's not." They're lying because it is. But you're at home. I hate Halloween. Fuckers knocking on the door. I always try to be out of the house on
You can't
Halloween.
move over to town.
It's so annoying, like, but see, you want to be there again so he can go out playing. But the problem you have there then is, right, you've about 50 of them coming around, like, knocking every 5 minutes. Like, he's having food, he's out in a minute. Like,
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, stop knocking
See,
at the door every 5
Man,
minutes.
just leave the door open, and the fuckers just walk in like. I got back from somewhere once, and the Welches were inside eating dinner. What the fuck's going
Yeah,
on
that's
here?
one thing I do remember. There was always someone, like, going to Beachfield and have nobody there is weird. Like,
And if there is there's definitely a new mutt after walking in, and
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, it just came in.
yeah,
So we gave a bowl of water,
that's the
some
thing.
food.
You'd always be used to just having so many people just wandering around the house. Like, you're okay.
That was pure halfway house. It was grand though.
In a good way, like, not in a bad way.
No, like I said, it's just, it was all good. It was all good. I just thought, because I remember, when you have kids at the start, you'd be having the chat. Saying, so, how are we going to do this? I was like to Lucy, let them be fucking mad as fuck. Because I said they're going to need it. They're going to need
you can't
that sense
plan-
of
yeah.
self.
You can't really plan
Don't
that.
be fucking, you can't do this, you can't. Alright, when he's standing up on the curtains or whatever, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Because Junior came, he was mental. He'd be bombing down the hallway, and he'd come in and he'd dive up onto the chair. But with this big fucking couch, he bounced off it, didn't he? And he bust his head off the corner of the coffee table.
Oh.
And he reefed himself, and he was just, Lucy just went pure white. I was just going to pass out. I was like, just getting you wet clot. Just calm her down. She's freaking out. Will I call this? Will I call that? I said, just calm the fuck down. He's
That would
fine.
mean I would freak.
Because I said, you're freaking him out. You know what I mean? I was very mindful of that straight away. Be calm. Just analyse the situation. He's fine. It's a bit of a gash. He's pumped. He's running around all the time. So, and it's top of the head. So it looks worse than what it is.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh my God, all the blood. It's a little bit of blood. I guess if we need glue, like some super glue, we just
No,
give him
Gary
that.
would be the one now to deal with stuff like that. Like, even lately, Jacob's been having nosebleeds, right? Bad nose. In the middle of the night, like 4 or 5 in the morning, yeah. Get really bad nosebleeds. And I'd kind of wake and I'd be like, what the fuck's happening? So Gary'd be already gone in with him. They'd gone into the toilet and sort him out. And then he'd go back to bed. So Gary came in then one night and he was like, that was a bad one now again. I was like,
Stop
what the
picking your
fuck?
nose.
But the thing is, I was thinking that, but it's the middle of the night. Like, it wakes him. 4 or 5, and the amount of blood, like, I was
Did
like,
you go to alright, did you ask a GP about it?
Yes, I rang the doctors. I booked him in then. I was like, I wasn't going to bother. He rarely goes down there. And booked him in and brought him down. And the man was like, look, he has an infection in only one side, because there's always only one side that will bleed. So
Right.
he had an infection. So he gave him this steroid cream, whatever. He was like, use it for 10 days. If there's more nosebleeds after you use this, he's got to go up to the ear, nose and throat place and have a cauterized, whatever. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I was like, what's it from? Like, is it from picking the nose? And he was like, no. He said it could have just, like, a lot of it can be, like your nose get dry from the weather or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it just, literally, it just doesn't heal up from there. And eventually then he'll end up getting an infection. And the kids sticking everything in their fucking nose
Oh,
anyway.
yeah.
So he's like, it can just brew an infection, whatever. And he said, then that's that's what causes it then to need to be cauterized, that it won't heal up quick enough.
Yeah.
And then the nosebleeds will start. But I can't handle them. Like, it's Gary that deals it. I went into the reason I rang the doctor, he had a few nosebleeds leading up to this, but this one was a really bad one. That's why we rang. I went into the toilet the next morning, so I heard him flushing the toilet after they'd sorted the nosebleed. Jacob back to bed, Gary back to bed. I got up the next day, went into the bathroom. It was like a fucking crime scene still, and I was like,
Well,
"Did you
you
not
stopped.
flush?"
It's
I was like,
okay.
"Did you flush the toilet?" Like, and he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "How is it still in there?" Like, there's so much of it still there.
Yeah.
Freaked out. Rang the doctor. I was like, "Sorry now to be sound like someone like," but she could see. Look, it's not like I had him in there every week.
But I suppose because I'm like the second oldest and I've seen all of this before at
Yeah,
home.
that's what I was saying.
I mean, the
because-
boys were fucking nuts.
Man,
Graham,
I remember
busted
when this
face.
person did that, or I remember when
David
Jamie's
Big
big his
Gash.
head, or I remember this, and I'm like, how the fuck did it?
Ah,
Why did kids
stop.
survive there? Like,
Crazy, but it's
and
like
loads of us got smacks in the car. Like, you know,
Yeah.
after getting knocked down, I got knocked down. Who else got knocked down?
Gregory.
Greg got knocked down. Like,
I know it's too.
Jesus, like, I'd have a heart attack if someone came and knocked on my door.
Ah, me
Jacob got
too.
knocked down. Oh
That-
my god! Like,
When Junior was born, I'd say the first few years of just pure paranoia. Of like, thinking the worst out of nowhere just pops into your fucking head and you're like, what the fuck? So it's like, I don't want any more kids.
sure, I put Ava down for a nap. She wasn't even one. She was young enough. Like, I put her down for a nap, and she has this blanket. Like, so when I strapped her in, I think I'm just guessing how this what happened. But when I strapped her in, the clip mustn't have clicked,
Alright.
and I had her in her buggy in the kitchen going for her nap. I was in the sitting room with Abby, and I heard this cry a few minutes later, like the worst cry ever. I never heard her cry like that. I straight up off the couch. I don't even remember getting from the kitchen to the sitting room. I just remember moving, and then I was in the kitchen. Like, it was like lightning. She got out of the buggy. She started falling onto the ground. Like, so I was in an awful way. Like, I rang Mam straight away. I was like, "Mam, she got up. Calm down. Calm
Yeah, you can't be
down."
fucking beating yourself up over shit.
I
like
felt
that.
so bad. I was like the worst mother in the world. I was like, "She fell out of the buggy. It's all my fault." And I was like, "Sarah, for one, what buggy was it?" And I was like, "What?
Sued him.
What buggy was it?" And I was like, "Her stroller." "Ah, that's great. She didn't have far to fall." And I was like,
That's it.
"My God, freak out. Just don't leave her go to sleep. She's going to have to miss that nap now. Sorry. Like, don't
Well,
leave her
she
go to
thinks
sleep."
concussion maybe.
Yeah, and she's like, "And leave her go to bed tonight then, grand." Sure, it was all fine, but it took about a week for me to recover from it because I worked
Shock.
myself up so
Yeah.
much. I was like,
Well, that's it. You gotta stop that.
I was
You just
desperate.
gotta.
But now it's just like she's like a bag of nails. But that's from Mam.
Mm.
Because she was up around Mam. If I was at work or whatever, she'd go up to Beachfield. And now, if she falls and I'm there, she has a fake cry.
Yeah.
She does this.
Oh, we know this.
Thing.
We have this
Fake
with
cry.
the boys, yeah.
But she doesn't do it with Mam. She just gets up and walks on because she knows Mam.
You have to be firm with them, like, because I have this thing now. It used to work on Junior, but he got wise to it. But Sebastian, because he can be fucking trying, and you be in there having. And it's whenever I sit down for my dinner in the evening, he just goes pure cunt mode, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, trying to give him this look that says everything that needs to be said, as in it should stop him in his tracks, and he's not screaming. He's just looking at me, and no, he's mocking me. I'll give him the look, and he go, "Oh, shit, that's all I had. What am I going to do now? Clatter him?"
Yeah, there are times where they do something and you just kind of go, "Oh God."
You're like, how long did it take? He's like,
This, like this is going to take too much energy now to win.
Yeah.
To win, so you just give up.
fuck it, just turn it on, leave it on. If he wants to watch it, leave him watch it. I kill him. I just haven't the energy to control myself. No, but no way could I fucking go through all of having. It's just no. Your window of time to do your shit is getting smaller and smaller.
But like even when it comes to holidays with them, we went to Lanzarote in August for 2 weeks. I swore never again for 2 weeks. It's too long. It's too long to be away. I just never again.
I'm agreeing on that. 10 days as well.
We always said 10 days, and then COVID hit, and we hadn't had a holiday in so long, and it was like, we're doing 2 weeks because we need to get out of here. Sure, after the first week, I was like, I need to go home. I am fucking sick of
I
this.
tell you, I love
Jacob was
just.
bored, like, he actually asked me, can Ireland be our next holiday? Like, he was that
It's
bored.
because
You know what I mean?
I hate fucking travel. I love going places, but I hate going
Like
there.
our next trip now is in January. So we're going to Edinburgh for
Edinburgh's
4
lovely.
days.
I
With
was
kids.
living there for I think 6 months. It was lovely.
But I don't mind that. That's 4 days with the kids.
January though, it's
Lovely.
cold.
Sorry,
It's very
plenty of warm
cold.
cold. But I'm looking forward to it because,
Oh, it's a beautiful city.
and it's something different.
You should gotta go up the Royal Mile. It's awesome. Up to the castle.
Yeah, because we were away recently in, where did we go? It wasn't Belfast. I don't know what. Oh, we went up to get the Blues on that time.
Mm.
So we were in Dublin, right? So the price of that hotel So we got up there, paid for the hotel, filled the day up with something to do with the kids, got our dinner and stuff, and then came back home again the next day. The money you'd actually fucking spend here, like, it's nearly the same price. The flights to Edinburgh were cheaper.
Rip off Republic for a reason, you know what I mean?
It was cheaper to pay for flights to Edinburgh than it
And you
was to
fly
pay
out
for
of Cork
diesel
for that,
to
can't
go.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we used to go to Dublin every fucking time we go to Prague.
Oh yeah.
It's a cunt. Especially when you come home, you're like, oh, another 2.5 hours before I even get in the door. I hate
Yeah,
it.
like even in April now, we're keeping an eye on the. So the announcement hasn't been made yet for what course it's on, because in Spain you fly into Barcelona. There's two airports that we normally would go between. It's either the main one or Girona, right? So depends on where the course is. So that still hasn't been announced. So we're watching that now every other day to see when they'll announce that, so that we can pick our airport.
Right.
But a lot of the lads like that'll be going. They might go from Dublin. I'm like, fuck that! Like,
Dublin's
even
close.
without the kids, like, it's a nightmare. So we're waiting on that to be announced. And the girl that I go with, like the couple we go with, she even said the same. Like, I'm paying extra to go from Cork, and it's not like hundreds more. It might be 80 quid a head. I'm like, I would rather pay that.
If I had to pay €1,000 to fly out of Cork more than fly out of Dublin, I'm paying it.
Yeah, because we have a big group chat for everybody, and they're putting in, like, I'm booking my flights from here, I got this deal, whatever, you know, they'll send in their information that they got. And, like, but if you go from Cork, okay, it's $3.80 to go, or $3.20 to go from Dublin to Spain for 2 people, right? And I'm like, okay, it's $4.20 to go from Cork. Like, I'm going from Cork.
Cork, 100% Cork.
But sure, by the time you put the diesel in, you get food going.
But it's not, it's just, you know,
the
when
same
you're,
price anyway.
it's definitely when you're coming home. It's
Oh yeah,
like,
it's draining.
oh Christ.
Yeah, you don't mind it on the way because you're hyped up and you're excited and whatever.
We're going to go now over to Prague again in August. Usually we go every year. I didn't go now last year or this year because of work, which I'm never going to do again. It's a stupid reason to not go on a holiday.
Yeah.
They went, I didn't. But her dad is coming over, I think, in April,
Oh, good.
which is great to have him around. And we're going to go, I mean, that's why we go to Prague for her dad, like. But it's a lovely switch off. It's nice. I like it. It's a beautiful place. The food is delish and the drink is all lovely.
Yeah, we've been to a few
Cigars.
different places now, and we were just like, yeah, we're gonna.
I'd like to go to
Open up
Spain
the
though. I'd
options
like
now.
to just go over to Jim now has himself and Sheriff got a place over in Spain. He showed me some photos of the place. My God, it's beautiful.
Yeah, like where we got married, I said I definitely would go back there just because there's way more to do for the kids to keep them occupied, which saves our lives over there. Because like at the end of the day, when we went to Lanzarote with them, people were swearing by it. It's brilliant, all that. Yeah, if you're 2 adults going on a holiday and all you've got to worry about is where are we having dinner and where are we having drinks.
Yeah,
That's fine. But
You got to
when you've
look
got
at
2
it
kids
very
with
different
you,
when you have the kids.
it's way different, and I just found it really a struggle, like to actually keep them entertained. And Jacob was bored.
You should go to Prague. You should see.
That's what we said. We're going to open up now the next few times
If
and
you-
try somewhere else. Like,
Right
you
in
know?
the middle of the city, there's this huge. It's fucking practically a man-made lake. And they have fucking lifeguards there and shit. You can go in there for the day. There's like drinking food in there.
Yeah,
It's basically like being at the beach but on a lawn, and then you've the water.
yeah, before I
It's awesome. There's just so much you can do there. So much.
Yeah, because as you said, like that was our last kind of holiday like that.
They go to the country house. Everyone in the city has something in the country,
Yeah,
and they all fuck
Just
off
get away in
their
summer, like.
weekends
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that. It's the culture, like it's nice buzz.
but you'd probably need it because I suppose all the tourists in the summer.
Try to get over Charles Bridge, motherfucker. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you don't
Sorry.
think of it like that. I suppose, like, you know, when you're visiting places, you don't think, oh my god, I'm living here. Like, it's grand when you're there because you're only there and you're gone again. Like, you're not
I don't know.
thinking of it like that.
Even though it was beautiful, I just don't see me living in that city. So
Well,
many
we-
fucking people.
When we first went to visit Keith, what were we just saying?
Keep it there. Why are you coming over? I goes, oh sure, yeah. No problem, buddy. I'll scoot on
No.
over there by tea time.
We went before we had kids, like we were only 18, 19, maybe me and Gary, and we went over just to visit him for a week or 10 days or something. And we were staying with one of his friends because he was living with Karen's mum at the time.
Yeah.
So we were staying with one of his buddies, whatever. I was homesick after 4 days. I had enough fun to go back. I was like, no, but that's just the way I am every week on holidays. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But especially there. And
So you have your little routines.
yeah, but Keith and Gary then were having this chat one night about like work over there and all. And I was kind of like, where's this going? Like, and Gary was there, we should stay. And I was like, no fucking way. I said, I'm going home. And he was just like, he goes, but like, he can get me a job and you can do this. I'm like, I'm going home. stay here all you want. I am not staying
It's
here.
funny how some people.
I don't know how people do it, like fair dues, but not for
I don't
me.
know. I think it's just either you will or you won't.
Yeah, it's in your, it's not. But if
I always
it
thought
wasn't
I'd
for me,
be.
Gary wouldn't be living in Ireland. Like, I'm telling you now, he'd be gone.
Honestly, I always thought I'd be living somewhere else at this stage, but
No,
I don't know.
it's not for me.
As you're growing, you kind of just you feel where you belong,
Yeah.
and I belong where I am. End of. I mean, it might change in years to come. Who knows? But for now, I am where I'm meant to be.
Yeah, I couldn't just up and go. I'd be useless. Useless now. And then forget it. I was like, you can stay here if you want. And I go, I'm not staying here. Not at home. He was only there about a year that time, maybe. He was, and
He's lonely.
but it
Please
was
stay.
America. You didn't like it. Like Gary thought it was
America's not
amazing.
everything that they make it out to be at
And
all.
I was like, but it was Keith's fault as well. Like, I couldn't relax over it because he was like, if I don't hear a gunshot now or a helicopter at night, I'm waiting for it to be me. Because it was so rough where they were.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there like, fuck, I just want to go back to Floyd. Like, I was like, no, this isn't for me.
No, your home is where your home is.
Yeah.
For some people, it's over there. But for us, it's there. End of. Can I have a coffee?
Okay, before I head off.